Everton 0, Manchester United 1. And what can I say, bruv? I told, man. See you donuts, yeah, delete your drafts, yeah. Because bare man were talking wicked. And you see all you Man United man as well that were crying about the starting lineup, about Michael Carrick.
Emotional, damn it.
Man, them need to chill, fam. 16 points out of a possible 18, bro. A very well fought away win. Not every game is gonna be flipping tiki-taka, Cunha, Bruno, yeah, and teams getting smoked. Sometimes man have to grind out the results. And today's result was as satisfying, if not more satisfying than any of the results that we've got so far. It was never gonna be easy, bro. Everton have conceded less goals than us. And this is the same Everton team, yeah, that we failed to beat at home and they had 10 men. They're a stubborn team, bro. But a lot of you football fans have very, very short memories. This is the same Everton team that we couldn't break down with an extra player in our own backyard. But man thought that we had a God-given right to just turn up at their stadium, yeah, and just beat them. We were always going to have to earn this win. It was always going to be a game that you have to break down and you have to manage. It was always going to be a game where we needed a bit of individual brilliance from our players. This is why I predicted a 1-0 or I predicted a 2-1. I always knew it was going to be by the single goal we were going to win. This was never going to be the game to go out there and rondo and ole and smoke, man. It was never going to be that. At one point, Everton were like 3 points behind Liverpool or something like that. I'm not quite sure where they are in the league now or how many points they're on, but I knew they were on a decent run of form and they weren't too far off. So this was always going to be a difficult game, but we managed the game well. Lomans, you see this goalkeeper here, I said it already, he's top 3 in the league and he's not free. Let's not like pretend like man done some amazing things today, but you know what it is? The beauty and the quality is in the simplicity of this goalkeeper, bro. He makes the simple things look simple. Solid handling. He made a great save from Keane that he tipped over the bar, but I think it was going over anyway. The ball was rising, but he's not to know that. He still gets there and he still makes the save. He commanded his 6-yard box perfectly well, yeah, against the Everton team, yeah, that looked like Arsenal in blue, bruv. Every single corner they were backing into the goalkeeper. Them man trying to make blue movies and them thing there. But it wasn't to be, innit? It wasn't to be. We were just too resolute. We were too defensively well structured, yeah, and we were always a threat. And this was another game where the likes of the Amads, the Cunhas, the Mbumos and the Brunos, yeah, they didn't really play well today. But in the moment that we needed them, Cunha, Mbumo and Sesko combined beautifully for the goal. Great weight of pass from Cunha, great touch from Mbumo and great awareness to get his head up and find Sesko, who absolutely had Tarkovsky on skates, blood. Absolutely just dust him out, blood. Mad thing the way he just left him. And the beauty of it is as well, yeah, everyone that was complaining about the lineup, oh, this is a game for Sesko to start. If Sesko started, he wouldn't have had the impact that he had when he came on. And this is the beauty of having a squad. This is the beauty of having options. This is the beauty of having different profiles. Just because a man's scoring goals, that doesn't mean that he has to start, bro. It doesn't mean that, bro. Like, we've seen that with players of the past at Manchester United. We had players like Chicharito. We had players like Louis Saha. We had times where Berbatov was coming off the bench. Tevez was coming off the bench. Sometimes CR7 came off the bench. Sometimes it was Park, bro. It's a squad game, bro. The whole point of having different profiles is we can use different players in different situations, bro. Sesko has shown to be a very, very good impact player at the moment. But this was a game that we needed to feel our way into it. And for the first half an hour, we didn't concede any goals. We didn't concede any big chances either. And we looked pretty solid and we had a chance cleared off the line. We could have been 1-0 up in the first 10, 15 minutes. But it wasn't to be. And it's so easy, yeah, after a situation like that to turn around and say, oh, we picked the wrong team. No. Against West Ham, I think it was the 67th minute Sesko was brought on. People complained that Carrick made the sub too late. Today, he made the sub 10 minutes earlier. And we won. So this is a manager that not only was self-aware enough, yeah, that after the game, he came out and he said, yeah, perhaps I could have made the change earlier. But also, he showed that he learned his lesson, yeah, by making the change earlier this time. So what can you say to that? All these are, Carrick's been found out, Carrick's out of his depth. No, Michael Carrick is humble enough to see, yeah, when he could have done something better, and he's done that. But the bottom line is, he didn't change a team that hasn't won, and he's well within his right to not change that team, bro. He's well within his right. So I'm 100% happy with this win. I'm happy with the way that we ground out this performance, and I'm also happy with the fact that there's so many things we don't know about this manager and so many things we don't know about this team, because really and truly, this is a newly assembled team. Or should I say newly assembled squad. The goalkeeper's brand new. Lenny Euro's new. Ineos have also brought in Cunha and Bruno Sesko. Xerxes been brought in. Ugarte. Dorgu's injured. A lot of the guys that they've brought in, for whatever reason, are not available or whatever. But the point is, this is a newly assembled squad, really. Apart from Shaw, Dallo and Maguire, yeah, and Bruno, like, because these men are technically OGs, bro. This is a new squad, bro, and they've been brought in a time where we've been shit. So because of that, there's a lot that we don't know about these guys, bro. There's a lot we don't know, but we're learning a lot. We're learning a lot. These men are showing that they can dig deep at a place that's not easy to go and win. Crowd were up. Do you know what I mean? They played a physical game. They tried to bully us, and we stood toe to toe with these brothers, yeah? And we always looked dangerous. A lot of positives to take from this game. I don't want to hear no negatives, bro, because when it was 0-0, people were in the chat moaning like we were losing. And these are the same man, yeah, that were saying that Amorim needs to be backed. He needs his own players. Them man allowed Ruben Amorim to turn our best player into a fucking right wing back. They allowed it. They were making a million excuses for him. When this guy was out here playing fucking Mount and Bruno, yeah, like, man were just allowing it. Man were making a million excuses for this scrub. And all of a sudden, it's almost like Michael Carrick's guilty until proven innocent, bro. Have the same patience for Michael Carrick that you had for that scrub Amorim, bro. Because Amorim came in unproven and failed from the beginning, bro. He didn't even have a new manager bounce. He didn't even have a purple patch. This guy was losing from the jump. Yet Carrick has won 5 out of 6, yeah? Hasn't lost the game, yeah? A man is still questioning him. Oh, Carrick ain't it. He's been found out. This central progression and all these things. Bro, do me a fucking favor, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Do me a fucking favor. Everyone's a tactical now. But when that bum Amorim was here stinking the gaff out, yeah, and we was getting opened up like fucking Lily Phillips, yeah, no one had no chat. No one had no chat. It was, oh, give the manager time. They were blaming Ineos. These men were blaming Ineos, you know, for why we were getting turned over. While this guy was on the corner creasing up his creps, blood, and hiding in penalty shootouts. They was blaming the owners. Now, Michael Carrick's winning games, bro. A man them are looking for any opportunity to nitpick, bro. Like, do better. Do flipping better, bro. And then people have the cheek to turn around and say, I'm negative, bro. I just want to see my team win games and play decent football. And if we can't play decent football all the time because it's not possible, we didn't even do that under Sir Alex Ferguson. There were loads of times where we got outplayed or we didn't play well and we managed to just nick a win, bro. We used to turn around and say, oh, that's champions DNA. We used to say that's what champions are made of. That's how you win titles. That used to be the talk. Performances like this, away performances like this, they used to say, oh, this is a championship winning performance. But all of a sudden, it's 0-0 at half time and man are crashing out, bro. Man need to relax. Harry Maguire again physically put himself about. Lenny Euro, he started a bit nervous, but he grew into the game and he played really well today. Same with Diogo Dallo. Started a bit shaky, but he grew into the game. Luke Shaw done pretty well against Njai. Like, I don't remember him really getting cooked. So, like, our defense was good. Our goalkeeper was good. Casemiro started a bit shaky, yeah? Like, Cass started like, you know, when you've just had a long trip on the coach, blood. Man's done a 5-hour trip on the coach, blood. And your legs are still asleep, bro. That's how he started. And then he grew into the game and he was playing some beautiful passes. Do you know what I mean? And him and Kobe were bossing it. Do you know what I'm saying? To be fair, a lot of the players looked like they had too much time off. That's kind of what it looked like. Bruno's touch wasn't there. Cunha's touch wasn't there. And Bumo looked drunk sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? And Ahmad just looked lightweight today. The truth is, Everton were very physical. They put themselves about, and we did really look like, especially in those situations, that little jewels, we just weren't winning them in it. They looked a bit more up for it, but they should be. They're at home, and Man United's everyone's cup final. So I understood this was going to be a game like this, but the bottom line is we got the job done, and that's what we're supposed to do. 3 points clear of Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea got to go to Arsenal. Hopefully they take some points off Arsenal. We've got Crystal Palace. I don't know who Liverpool have got. I don't care. I'm not looking backwards. I'm looking forwards. Aston Villa were 3 points behind, and they need to play us. And we got better goal difference. So as it stands, third place is in our hands, bruv. If we win all the rest of our games, yeah, we just need to match Aston Villa. Really, we just need to match Aston Villa's point tally and beat them, and third is secured. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. 11 games to go. Like, honestly, I think we win 8 of those games. I think that third place is cemented. So I'm very, very happy with today's performance. I'm very, very happy with the manager. As it stands, like I said, I've seen enough from Michael Carrick that if you give this guy better players, yeah, better league finishes are inevitable for me. Unless you're going and get me an elite manager, bro, I'm sticking with this manager, bro. I am. Like, people are asking for change, but they don't know what they're going to get, bro. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. He's young. He understands the club. He's shown that he's humble enough to admit when he gets things wrong, and he's shown that he's learning and that he's adapting, and that's exactly what you want. Ruben Amorim's stubbornness, yeah, was one of the main things that made him so unlikable, yeah, and so un-Manchester United. Aside from this disdain for the academy that he had for some reason and all this other rubbish, bro. The guy just had a chip on his shoulder and he thought he was better than he was. But Carrick's a serious gaffer, bro. And even the changes today, Mazraoui to come on, do you know what I mean, to make it a 5 at the back to shore it up, and then bringing on Aiden Heaven and that. He made the right changes at the right time. He managed the game in increments the right way. And he done everything right, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I can't lie. No better way, yeah, to mark the 10-year anniversary of my channel, yeah, than Man United back where we deserve to be, bro. And that's winning every single week. I'm getting pissed, bro. The drafts getting deleted. Man, them going to sleep vexed now. You know the ones, because people tuning in wanted to see our downfall. They can't wait to see us lose. 10 games undefeated. We ain't lost this year, bruv. It's nearly March. We ain't lost a game in 2026, bruv. Man are stressed right now. This is exactly where we want to be, bro. Keep on hating us, bro. And we're going to keep on picking up them 3 points.